Is this thing on?
Welcome back to another episode of Spoiled Life Live. I'm your host, Ram Garcia, and we're in beautiful, I don't think it gets more beautiful than this. Beautiful Corpus Christi, Texas. I mean, it might. You know, we might be like in the Bahamas somewhere, or, you know,
Cabo.
Yeah, somewhere out there where it's just a little bit more beautiful than Corpus Christi, right? We're the beautiful home. I say this every show, but we're the beautiful home of the Selena statue, the beautiful home of the Corpus Christi Hooks,
That's right.
The beautiful home of the Trade Center,
Yeah.
right?
Ice rays.
There you go. La Palmera Mall, right? Santa's in the house already.
He's in
Santa
there.
Rex. You know, I met him the other day. Good dude. I've never actually went and talked to Santa. You know, when I was a kid, yeah, but like actually have a real conversation with Santa, and I did with Santa Rex the other day, and pretty cool dude, right? Right. Beautiful home of Whataburger.
Yes, it is.
Used to be,
Yeah,
I think.
used
I
to
think
be.
they moved on to greener pastures,
I believe so.
right? Probably who moved on was their nephews and nieces.
Successful corporate story, though.
Yeah,
Whataburger.
for sure.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna get on to another successful story out of Corpus as well, right?
Yeah.
Once we
Let's do it.
introduce our guest. I don't want to introduce him yet. What else are we? The home of beautiful Roy's Bait and Tackle,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Home of real sportswear.
Home of real sportswear.
Not the home
Great
of Sarge
company.
Custom Rods, but the home of a lot of owners of Sarge Custom Rods,
Yeah.
right? And the home
Home
of
of-
Carbach Brewery.
Home of Carbach Brewery.
Here at Spooled Life Live, right?
And home of Cito, Corpus Christi.
Home of Cito, Corpus Christi.
Yes.
There you go. That's true. You cannot live if you own a boat, a motorized boat, right? I guess they're all motorized. You could get a kayak, right?
Yeah.
I want to say I contacted them. That'll come later. We might, I'm gonna throw a hint out there. We might actually have a conversation with Cito maybe at the beginning of 2023. But you need that stuff, man. Especially if you have a boat,
Yes.
right? And you're going far. Even if you're not going far, if you're at a traffic light and you run out of gas, okay, you could push it out of the way. You could get off. Maybe you see a gas station. You could push to the nearest gas station. But if you're in a boat
It's rough.
and you run out of gas,
It's rough.
or you hit a rock, and you lose
Or
your
you sink
lower
a boat.
unit or something,
Where you sink a boat.
or you sink a boat, you're not going to get off and push that thing,
Yeah.
right? So Cito is a little bit of an insurance while on the water, right?
It's very cheap insurance.
Is it?
Oh, it's
Well, this
well
isn't
worth it.
about Cito. We're going to
Yeah,
wait till they
gotcha.
get on. We might even give away some Cito, right?
Nice.
I mean, I don't know, right?
Yeah.
We haven't clarified that, but that's just a little hint, right?
Hint.
But today I have none other than the man. It's not a myth. The legend, Mr. Todd Wilson from Laguna Madre Tournaments here in the house. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, man.
We've been
Appreciate
looking
you
forward
inviting me on
to
here.
this show. I've had a lot of comments. I've had a lot of people slide into my DMs about this show, and it went viral of what we are giving away on the show today.
Nice.
Right. I have it all here, guys. I have it right here. This is over. We did the math. We did the math about, I don't know, 10 minutes ago. This is over $2,000 of entries that we're giving away. We're going to give away one free entry to the Hooked Up Anglers Tournament. That's a 4-angler team. We're going to give a free entry away. We're going to give away another free entry for 4 anglers of the Hooked Up Anglers Tournament. And we're going to give away one entry to the Texas Rangers Saltwater Classic Tournament. That's a 4-man entry. We're going to give away an entry to the Saltwater Roundup Tournament. That's a 4-angler tournament, 4-angler team tournament. And it also has a kayak division for all the kayak anglers that are tuning in. And we're also going to give away another saltwater roundup tournament, 4-man entry tournament, and that this is also another kayak event. Same event, another 2 kayak divisions. But what happens if well, we'll get into all that stuff, right?
Gotcha.
If a kayak angler decides, I fish a couple events that, some of the boaters don't let us play, right? Being a kayaker, and of course we don't want to either. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes you have to launch all at the same time, and
Exactly.
we always have to wait till the last boat leaves, and we can't get very far. Those shotgun starts. But I'm gonna get to that later.
Gotcha.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Todd Wilson.
Jeez.
Mr. Todd Wilson.
I guess I moved here full time in Corpus Christi, out on Padre Island in 2001, I believe. My wife always corrects me on that. Could be 2000. But been fishing these waters since about 9 years old with my father, who was an avid angler. He lived in San Antonio and owned a condo out on the island. Was always a avid fisherman, so he kind of got it in my blood, and it's been there ever since.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what waters do you fish usually?
I used to guide out of Woody's in Port Aransas some.
So you're a guide?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't necessarily practice that trade much anymore, but
right.
I've got too many things on my plate. But yes, and out of Bluff Landing Marina. So all the way down to Mansfield, Nueces, I've pretty much fished all of it. So
how many years have you been a guide?
10 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That was professional guiding. That was
Right.
You did that every day.
No, I didn't do it all the time. I do have a full-time gig.
Okay.
So I did it on weekends,
Right.
vacation days, all that kind
Christmas
of stuff.
time, you needed some
Christmas,
extra Christmas money.
Thanksgiving.
Right, Thanksgiving. Well, you needed to get out of the house. You had a booked up show.
Yep.
or guided.
Yeah.
What guiding? We always bring up the guiding pandemic, so to speak. When you were a guide, now I see everybody's a guide.
Right.
Right.
There's a lot of them.
Nothing against the guides.
No.
Right.
Right.
But was it something everybody wanted to do 10 years ago?
I don't necessarily think that it was. I think that there's a lot more anglers on the water.
Right.
And, there's a lot of people with a love for fishing, and they feel that they love fishing enough that they want to do it full time.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, it is a lot of work.
Right.
These guides, they honestly just don't get paid enough. They
Right.
start at 4 in the morning, and after you leave the boat ramp and get your pictures with your fish and your bags of fillets, right? They're still got to clean up the boat and gas up and get all the gear ready for the next day. So it's a long day.
Some of them guys will go morning trip, evening trip, day after day.
Yeah, there's
You
some
know what I
do
mean?
2-a-days, and
Yeah, that's
tough.
full time.
Yeah.
That's work.
It's work.
You know?
It's definitely solid labor.
And then they'll get mad when there's people in their spot. Right?
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that too.
Nobody owns anywhere on the water.
Right. That's what I get mad. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
When I post my pictures on Facebook or the media, we have to be real careful of how we post our pictures. What's in the background. We don't want to see the Trade Center or Eckerd's in the background. You know what I mean? And then they'll know where we're at.
HEB.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And then the next week and everybody's there.
Yeah.
Or we'll have to wait. We'll wait till January, or we'll wait till the middle of August to post our trout pictures. And stuff
Right.
like that.
Right.
When growing up fishing, how was the quality of fish to now?
So.
Because you see the fish come in your tournaments, right?
Right.
Right.
Yes. The quality of fish has been really good. It's been real good as of late. Trout are solid. Reds solid. It just doesn't seem to be a lack of the species out there at the moment. When I was a kid, you could keep pretty much anything back then. The limits there weren't any.
Right.
Fill a cooler up.
Very few.
But we also kept a lot smaller fish back then. With the limit, 17 to 23 now. It was 15 to 25. I think that's coming back. You know, when I was a kid, you could keep a 10-inch trout. So totally
Right.
different deal.
Was a 30-inch trout a trophy trout to you all back then? You know, if you could keep something smaller, was a 25-inch trout? I'm like,
Yeah,
man, I
I
caught
mean-
a 25-inch trout. You know,
Yeah, I mean, it's of course the 30 is the, you know, it's the holy grail, right?
Right.
Everybody wants to hit.
Yeah.
But nowadays, but you know, back then, I think there were a lot of those fish caught. But with social media and everything we have today, you know, you didn't hear about it back then.
right?
You know, you hear about it today.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
I'm gonna stop you real quick. I have a question that this guy has his name backwards, right? Hinojosa, Brandon Hinojosa is his name, but
Okay.
it's all backwards. So it took me a little bit. I always get, you know, I've been his friend for a couple of months already, and every time I see it, it catches me off guard. But he asked, how do we enter to win these waived entry fees? What we're gonna do here on Spool Life, we do whatever the hell we want to, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask some questions throughout the show, right? If whoever gets the answers right gets their entry fees waived for the tournament. And since we stopped, we're gonna give away one right now,
I love it.
right?
Let's do it.
How about the first person to tell me what episode number this is? We're gonna give you a free entry. Pick one free entry. Let me shuffle these a little bit, and then you'll explain what a little bit about this tournament.
Okay.
I already forgot what number we're on. I think we're it's on the comment somewhere. It's on the intro to the show. It should be somewhere here. But nonetheless, first person to tell me what I don't see it. I do see it, and I see it. And the winner is Noe Zartucci. We are number
Nice.
32.
Number 32.
Lucky number 32.
That's
Pick
good.
one of these here.
Pick one.
Any card.
I'm gonna go. in the
Any
middle.
card. Pick a card. Pick a
right here.
card. What do we got?
Alright, we got a free team entry into the Hooked Up Anglers tournament.
Hooked Up Anglers
Yes,
Tournament.
4 anglers per team and 1 day of fishing.
That is not a kayak event, right?
This one, so we still have details to work out for
Oh, right.
this next year.
Okay.
So it's possible there may be a kayak event or division in this tournament, which will be treated the same as the boat division. If we do that, we always treat them the same. But this is actually a benefit tournament, which is a lot of fun. Love giving back. We are going to be donating to Miracle League, which actually puts sporting events together for mentally disabled people. And so they do baseball games and basketball games, and it funds putting these events together
Oh, wow.
for people.
So
who are
it's
mentally
not just
disabled.
about going and fishing.
No, it's bigger
We're
than
helping
that.
a bunch of people out
Yes.
fishing these events,
Yeah.
right? Noe Zartucci. Slide into my DMs, man. This one's yours. And 3 other anglers.
And 3 other anglers.
I mean, you could fish it yourself if you want
If
to,
you want,
right?
yeah.
If you really want
1
to,
to 4
Noe,
person.
fish it yourself. If you don't want to, you got 3 other guys you'll make their day, man. You know, this is about $400
Yeah,
entry fee,
around there,
right?
I believe the entry is $100, $120 for that tournament. So
Per angler,
yeah, per angler.
right? 4 anglers. Maybe you might even make some money off this thing. No, you know, charge them guys. You're coming up. We got 4 more. Yeah, we got 4 more entry fees that are gonna be waived today. So stick around. I'm trying to put this over here somewhere. Stick around. We're gonna have a fun time. We're drinking, of course, Carbach Brewery. You know, let's give a shout out. Let's give a shout out to somebody. Who we gonna give a shout out?
Cheers.
Cheers to the Spooled Life,
Spool Life.
right? Cheers to you all. cheers to all the Roy's Bait and Tackle staff. We have a huge sale going on right now. If you come in through the shop in the front, everything is on sale.
I picked up some good stuff here yesterday.
I don't even think they do the whole 10% anymore. Everything's like 20. I'm looking at one that's 25.
There's some stuff, I mean, it's
20.
Like, yeah, there's
30,
like up to 50%
70
off on some stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah,
70, 70, yeah.
70 was one of the ones I've seen. This is probably the best Black Friday sale that's out, right? It's probably one of the best sales they have all year. So cruise in. If you do come in, we might even throw you a carbach with a koozie on, just to keep you cool and refreshed while y'all are shopping around Roy's
That's
Bait
right.
and
We don't
Tackle.
want you parched while you're shopping.
Yeah, exactly. This one's to you all, guys.
Cheers.
Tasty.
Real
This
good.
one is the ranch water, of course, my favorite, in the original lime flavor. My guest, Mr. Wilson's drinking the Crawford
I'm
Bock,
drinking the Crawford Bock. It's good.
and it has a Houston Astros logo on there,
Yes.
so it might be worth something a little later, right? Moving along. And this is what everybody else has been waiting for. Laguna Madre Tournaments. Tell us exactly what that is.
We produce tournaments. We do it because we enjoy it. I've got a lot of great volunteers that help me out. Got retired military, retired police officers, their wives, kids come out and help us out too, set up and get ready for tournament day. But it's a vision, really. It's a vision. We don't want to keep anybody away. We want everybody to fish. We want anybody that wants to be able to, wants to sponsor. We could have 10 rod companies. That's fine.
Right.
It's about getting your products out there, getting your stuff out for people to see. But more so than that, it's about giving back. We love to do benefit tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
We've picked up a couple this year, and we've backed off some of our pro stuff that we're doing, and just because that's what we like. It's fun to give back.
Right.
Yeah.
The tournament, when a person wants to enter these events, when you say that it's a benefit, the angler wins.
Oh no,
right?
yes, we still pay out first, second,
right.
third place. I mean, we've given boats away, kayaks away. We've
Right.
tons of door prizes. I mean, we've done all kinds of things in the past. The saltwater roundup, we've donated up to $45,000 to Driscoll Children's Hospital.
Mhm.
So, it's about giving back, but the anglers also get paid for fishing and
Right.
can win prizes, and
Yeah. This isn't just nothing, guys. Don't take whatever I say today. Don't take it the wrong way. All right. Don't go delete me from the Facebook. Don't delete the show. Right. The anglers that participate in these events, you may get discouraged, right? Oh, it's a benefit. Oh, man. I'm coming down from San Antonio. I'm coming down from Houston, a fishing event in Corpus, and I'm not going to win nothing, right? Everybody wants to help, right?
Sure,
I want to help.
sure.
There's a lot of people in need of stuff, and we're very fortunate to be where we're at, right?
Right.
But people want to win too.
Yes,
You know
they
what I
do.
mean? This is not one of those events where, well, I don't know. You tell me. Is it an event to where, okay, is it like one of those 100% payouts? Or, oh, guess what? Half of it's going to
So-
come to this, and you know what I mean?
Different events, different benefits events are set up different ways. All of them pay out.
Okay.
There are some of them that pay out more than others. For instance, the saltwater roundup would give a boat away.
Right.
And tons of door prizes.
How do y'all
and
give
then
away
they pay
the
out
boat?
first, second, third place. We've been fortunate enough to have a relationship with Mayak Boats, and they're one of the major sponsors of that tournament, and that's how we've been able to do it in the past.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And it's just, if you fish that tournament, guess what? We're going to give away a boat.
Yeah, you get a raffle ticket just for registering,
Uh-huh.
and then they get a raffle ticket for every pound of fish they weigh in. So you don't necessarily have to place first, second, or third to win the boat,
Right.
which is kind of cool. But you still get paid out for first, second, third.
Do you have to be a boat if this is a boat event, right?
Mhm.
Just like one of these events that we have, that's a kayak event
Right.
as well. You know,
Right.
boat/kayak. Do you have to be to win the boat? It doesn't matter what event you're participating in.
No, you can
right?
fish the kayak division. You can fish the boat division. It doesn't matter. Everybody, we actually pay out the same for the boat and kayak division. So first, second, third place pays out exactly the same, and they all have a chance to win the boat.
Oh wow.
And kids, we usually do a kayak,
Yeah.
and all the kids get a raffle ticket. You know, if they participate in the tournament to win a kayak.
Yeah.
So-
I can tell you right now, guys, I have fished some of the high-end tournaments around here in Texas, right? And none of the kayak tournaments have given away a boat. It being boat affiliated, right?
Sure.
Boat people and kayak people, right? They usually keep us kayak people, you know, to the side. You know what I mean? And that always bothers me as a content creator. I want to get the whole effect of
Sure,
a tournament,
yeah.
you know? I want to win stuff too, you know? Not
Definitely.
going over there just to take pictures, you know, and
You're paying an entry fee. You should
Yeah.
be treated the same.
yeah. So you're saying, I want to get that clear. If you enter one of these tournaments that we're going to give away, that's a boat tournament, and you come in as a kayak, no, I'm saying that wrong. If there's a boat division and a kayak division, and you give away a boat, you're going to give the kayak division an opportunity to win the boat as well.
You're exactly right.
Guys, I don't think there's any tournament that has been thrown here that gets the kayakers involved. And correct me if I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, we're gonna make this tournament even better, right? I'm just kidding. We're not. But I don't think there's been a tournament that actually does that for the kayak angler. You know?
We've always done it in the saltwater roundup. I mean, it's historically, if you fish, period, you get to eat dinner with all the boat guys, the kayak guys. Everybody
Yeah.
gets the same door prizes. Everybody gets the same payout.
Yeah.
First, second, third place, the same payout as boat and kayak, and
Right.
everybody has an opportunity to win a boat.
And I feel that brings the camaraderie together.
Yes.
Right. Everybody always says, "Oh, you fish kayaks, yeah, you know, you're over there with the rest of the kayakers. You know, if you bring everybody together, right? If you don't, I feel if you do, you could raise the tournament fees. I've always been a believer of higher tournament fees,
Higher payout.
higher quality of angler,
Yep.
right? The competitiveness is higher.
The
Right.
events, better quality as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, let's keep on going.
Let's do it.
I'm already excited. I might just slide one of these down
Slide
here
one down.
for me. You know what I mean? Free boat up for grabs. Laguna Madre Tournaments. Do you know what tournament you're doing that on?
So we
have this? Do we have?
we
it on
don't
one of
have
these?
all the details together for 2023. We've got the
Okay.
dates out, but we're still, talking to sponsors and getting things
got you.
going for 2023.
So it could be. It could be inside one of these flyers right here.
Right. So historically, we've always given a boat away for the saltwater roundup,
Okay.
and then we also do a redfish series that we gave a boat away actually about a month ago.
I got you.
Right.
So Noe's Artucci, you could still win again, right? Obviously. You haven't won the free boat, right? We're giving away two saltwater roundup entry fees today. And that could possibly win you a free boat,
Yes,
Guys?
Good.
right? I mean,
Not to mention, you're helping out Driscoll Children's Hospital.
yes, it's a benefit tournament. So the saltwater roundup tournament is always benefiting.
It's always
It always
been a
goes to
benefit
Driscoll.
tournament.
Okay.
Yes. When we first started it out, it went to National Heart Society, I believe.
Okay.
But the money wasn't staying local.
I got you.
So I think we did it for the first 2 years, and then we decided that we wanted to make sure the money stays here in Corpus Christi.
Right.
The people here are supporting it.
Yes.
So we want to keep the money here, and who hasn't had a child that has been to Driscoll Children's
exactly.
Hospital for something, right?
Right.
And the money goes to, it actually, they produce these camps for children with cancer in the summertime so they can go to the camps with kids who have like illness and enjoy themselves. So that's what it funds.
Mm-hmm. Since the beginning of Laguna Madre tournaments, how many tournaments has there been?
Oh, geez, a lot.
Thousands?
We did not thousands. So this is year. This is going to be year 4.
Okay.
For Laguna Madre.
So you're
tournaments.
fairly new.
Right, for Laguna Madre tournaments. But I've been producing tournaments. Probably 12 years. But that was the saltwater roundup that we started originally.
I got you.
And we had over 500 anglers in our last saltwater roundup. So.
This year, how many tournaments were there?
This year's 10. Last year we did.
Are these
15.
all 2020?
These are all 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, these are all the upcoming dates.
And there'll be 10 2023.
10 2023 tournaments.
We have 5 entry fees.
Right.
Up for grabs, guys. Right. We're going to give away one in a little bit. Right. Here and here. Just hold tight. Hold your carbach even harder.
I think it's time for a carbach beer break.
Is it? Let's do it again. What do we drink to this one?
You know what? Let's drink the Real Sportswear.
There you go. Real Sportswear. My man Andrew is probably watching. Here, this is to you. Good stuff. It's on sale. Right? Real Sportswear is on sale. I put it on my story. I want to say it's, man, I don't want to give it the wrong percentage out there. I want to say it's 20% off right now.
Nice.
At Roy's Bait and Tackle. I wear it every show. I wear it to Eckert's. I wear it to Kmart. I wear it to Super S. You know, I wear it everywhere.
I do too.
On the water. It keeps me cool. It keeps me refreshed, right? Refreshing, right? It keeps me looking nice.
Long sleeve shirt with the 50 SPF in it.
Right.
That shirt's awesome.
What else would you need on the water? Right?
I can't tell you.
But if you are here, they have hundreds of clothing here, hundreds of designs, dealers. You know, if you don't find what you like, if you get here late, and they don't have your size in Real Sportswear, I know y'all are gonna rush to the Real Sportswear section. They don't have your size. Contact Andrew. He'll get your size, and if he can't, you just have to wait till next.
He's got a good online store at realsportswear.com.
He does. Realsportswear.com. That's where you can find them all, right? Moving along now. What makes these tournaments, and this is going to be a good one.
Okay.
What makes these tournaments so successful?
You know,
as a tournament director.
To me, it's about the angler involvement. It's about the sponsor involvement. It's about, Texas Park and Wildlife gets involved in some of our tournaments with collecting fish, taking them back to the hatchery. It's the saltwater community getting together to give back in a lot of ways for me when it comes to these benefit tournaments. And then the pro stuff, it's just fun. We did a redfish tournament last year, and I had these 2 guys, Ram, they were probably 23 years old, sign up for a pro redfish tournament, never fished a tournament in their life. 18-foot boat with a 40 horsepower on it. Okay? We've got 25-foot boats with 400s on them out there. These guys go out and win this tournament.
Oh, really?
First place. Phenomenal.
They were excited.
Yeah.
You could tell.
My point is don't be scared.
Yeah. Just go for it.
I mean, it could be anybody's lucky day, right?
Yeah. I fished an event with the circle I run with. It was a trout fishing event. And when we got there, you have redfish specific events and trout fishing events. Those specific events bring a specific angler.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? When we rolled up to that trout fishing event, we were super out of place. Nobody wanted to talk to us. We were having a good time, of course, right? We were drinking ranch water from Carbach, for sure, right? Just to, ease the nervousness. We were excited. We were nervous. I want to say it was our first time as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
We were on kayaks. You know, they let us fish.
Yeah.
Right. The event's coming up as well. But it was almost cliquish. It was almost like a cliquish atmosphere, the type of angler that was there. Everybody was real friendly, you know, but everybody had their cliques and stuff. And
That happens.
I forget what place we get. I fished so many tournaments and I place in so many of them that I'm just playing. That I forget. I want to say we got third or second. It was definitely a podium finish. And man, we were excited, man. Of course, everybody dwindles away. You know, if you don't place, if you know you're not going to reach the podium, you know, okay, well, they might be from far away, or they might have some traveling to do. So the crowd dwindles off, you know. But all our families was there, you know. When you go up and put your fish in the bucket, or especially when the director comes and says, "Hey, guess what? Pick a person. Somebody's doing the lie detector test." You know, you're up there.
Yeah.
You know, so we were excited, man, and I can only imagine how those guys. That's what when you said that, it reminded me of that day that I got picked to do the lie detector test. You know, and
It's a little nerve-wracking, isn't it?
yeah. Even if you didn't do anything wrong.
No, exactly.
You know, just being there, like, okay.
If you've taken them a bunch, that's one thing. But if you know, you haven't taken one, it's going to be nerve-wracking.
Yeah, doing nothing is in the hands of this dude right here. Right. The lie detector. Right. Polygraph.
Polygrapher.
There you go. Polygrapher. You know, and if he says, "Hey, guess what? You messed up, man," you know. No, I didn't. You know, no, yeah, you did. You know, right? That's kind of nerve-wracking.
It is.
But if you don't do anything wrong, there ain't nothing to worry about, right?
Nothing at all.
So I can imagine how them guys felt. You know, it was probably a huge sense of accomplishment on their end, right? Who can fish these tournaments?
Anybody.
Don't matter if you're from San Antonio or Laredo.
We have people come from all over the place to fish them.
From Alice to Dallas.
Yes. I mean, we do events in Freeport.
So you don't just stay in Corpus.
No, we do events all over the
out.
place. Port O'Connor, Freeport, Matagorda. We're going to start looking at maybe doing some Mansfield stuff.
I like Mansfield.
Yeah, we're going to work our way down south. It's kind of hard to come out your first few years and cover every area.
Right.
But we're working our way out. We're branching out. So
yeah, I fished Mansfield a couple of months ago with a buddy of mine, and that water is, I wouldn't say it's as beautiful as Corpus Christi, but you know, there's nothing to eat there in Mansfield. You have to go back 30 minutes.
Yeah.
To reach the nearest restaurant. Well, I take that back. There's a cafe there. I don't think it's open all the time, is what it was.
Right.
Yeah. It's kind of.
Yeah, it's Mansfield's just a little fishing community.
Yeah.
It's a cool place though.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I
cool.
love going down there.
Right. Yeah. Real nice place. I want to stay. Sunset something right there on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
New couple bought the place, built it up pretty nice.
Gotcha.
It's like a little hotel there. Real cool people. Anybody could fish the tournaments.
Yeah, women, kids.
If you select 5 are going to win.
Yes.
Entry fees waived. Everybody's just sitting on the edge of their seat, man. Like, when is this dude going to give me one of them entry fees? After this question, we're going to give away another one.
All right.
Do you think, we talked about it a little earlier, do you think that tournament fees create better tournaments? High fee?
I definitely
quality
do.
Angler.
You know, you travel in from San Antonio or Freeport or Port O'Connor or Matagorda or even Rockport. I mean, you know, you have expense because you come in and you pre-fish for a couple days and get a hotel and buy food and, you know, everything that comes along with fishing, gas and, you know, boat launch fees and the whole 9 yards, right?
Right.
And, you know, if you have a little higher entry fee, the tournament's capable of paying out more.
Right.
These venues aren't cheap to produce these tournaments. Trophies aren't cheap.
Right.
You know, I mean, the whole package, you know, it comes with a cost. So having the higher entry fees is good to be able to pay out more. makes it worth the trip.
For sure.
Yeah.
I've always said, man, and I'm not a tournament director, you know. I'm nowhere near a tournament director, right? But I've always told myself, the higher the entry fee, the quality of angler, you know, you get.
It's true.
It could go both ways.
It could go
right?
both ways, but you
You know?
do end up, you know, our tournaments that we have the higher entry fees, you do end up with a lot of the, how could I say it, professional anglers come out, and, you know, the guys who just, even if they're not pro anglers, I mean, one of the best fishermen, actually probably the best fisherman I've ever met in my life, will not fish a tournament. Okay?
Right.
He won't.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
he's actually fished one with me, and we won a boat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
But he just doesn't fish tournaments, but he's probably the best fisherman I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Who gives these boats away?
You know,
Not give away, right?
Yeah.
Let's use a better word. Who donates these boats to the tournaments?
there's several different companies that do it. I mean, we all have.
It's a
there's-
combined.
right.
kind
There's
of
different. There's different tournament series out there, and there's different relationships, right?
Right.
I happen to have had a long-term relationship with Mayak Boats, and,
Okay.
and they've always been more than generous, and have helped us out in all of our tournaments. Since I started doing this 12 years ago or so with the Saltwater Roundup, they've been in it since day one.
Let's give a shout out to Mayak Boats.
Shout out to Mayak.
There you go.
Boats. Yeah. Cheers.
Mayak Boats, this one's for you.
That's a good beer.
What did I said we were going to give something away, right?
Let's do it.
Everybody's just waiting right now. All right, next person. First person to tell me the amount of tournaments that are scheduled for 2023. Right?
By
Did I say
Laguna
that
Madre
right?
Tournaments.
Right. First person to tell me the amount of tournaments scheduled for 2023 will win one of these right here. We got 4. 11, 10, 10. Any of those right?
10.
10 is right. Who is the winner? Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews could not come on the show without winning something, right?
Does he always win?
He's a lucky guy, man. There you go. One of these.
Let's do this one.
All right.
Saltwater Roundup entry.
And that is your lucky day even more because that is a kayak event.
We do have a kayak division in this tournament. Yes,
Yeah,
we do.
Kayak division, I said.
Yes.
Right. And it's a saltwater roundup, so you're possibly might win a boat.
We normally give a big prize away. We gave a Jeep away one year. We gave
golly.
four-wheel drive four-wheeler. We gave a jet ski away. We've given boats away. Yeah, so there's a good possibility this is going to be a lot of fun. Always
Who's going to
is.
write your name real quick? Mr. Matthews, you are the winner to the free team entry into the Saltwater Roundup Tournament. 4 angler per team, 1 day of fishing. This is at least a $500. This is at least, I take that back. This is at least a $20,000 entry right here. Because you might win a boat. If, you know.
If this tournament donates a boat or gives a boat away.
We're
that
not
boat's
saying
about-
it will, right?
Yeah, it's good possibility.
Right,
But
history.
If it does,
The history,
they're
if
about
history repeats
50
itself.
I think they're
right?
like 52,000 right around there for the boat.
Man, that's a hell of a deal. Mr. Matthews, you are the winner. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Thank everybody here. You know what? Let's drink again, man. Let's drink again for everybody involved in these tournaments. The people that fish, the people that shop at Roy's.
To the
people-
anglers.
To the anglers. This one's to you all. Without the anglers, there wouldn't be anything.
Nothing.
There wouldn't be Laguna Madre tournaments.
Anglers and sponsors.
There wouldn't be Spooled Life Live, right?
Yep.
There wouldn't be no Roy's Bait and Tackle, right? There wouldn't be no Real Sportswear.
That'd be a sad day. You're
would.
painting an ugly picture, bro.
There wouldn't be no Sarge Custom Rods. I almost want to say there wouldn't be
What
no
would we do?
Carbach Brewery. Who else would drink cold beverages?
It'd make for boring weekends.
It would. You'd have to barbecue with Not that drinking sweet tea isn't bad, right? While you're barbecuing, you know, but if you're doing that, you're probably barbecuing like
Hot
one
dog.
of those pellet grills, right? Man, I talked to a buddy of mine. I read a post the other day that somebody was looking for a barbecue pit, right? And I'm going to get in trouble for this, right? I'm going to get a text message about this, I guarantee it. But it's okay. It was about 2 pellet grills, you know?
Yeah.
And everybody was for it. Everybody was like, yes. This time last year, everybody would have frowned upon a pellet grill.
Yeah.
Nobody
It's a new
would
thing.
have wanted that thing.
It's
You know
the-
what I mean?
It's the adult easy bake oven.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a fan of it.
I am
right?
too. I'm just picking.
Right? I don't have one
I don't
yet, right? I couldn't find one on Black Friday, but they were all sold out already. But I like to be there, you know, babysitting the thing. You know, I already know how many carbox it takes me for a slab of fajitas to come out.
Keeping
I already
the
know how
temperature
long
just
it
right.
takes me. Yeah, exactly. You know.
The smoke from the mesquite.
Yeah, I like to go inside for a couple of minutes and then come outside and panic.
Exactly.
And oh shit, I need to put more fire in it. You know, my temperature's dropped. You know, I need to do something here. You know, or it's not going to come out right. I like that.
Yeah, stay up all night with briskets cooking.
Yeah, exactly. You know, with your buddies and stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh no, nobody's coming over. What do you mean, man? Who's gonna check the fire and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I plug that shit in now. You know, I just, it's digital now. Each to their own, right?
Each their own.
I will get one eventually. You know, I like the idea. There's a lot of stuff you could do with it. You know, I'm more of a coal guy. You know, I like the coals in there, and
Right.
you know, I like to take a picture and put it on my storyline on Instagram of my coals, and you know what I mean. You don't ever see the digital gauge on anybody's feed on Facebook or
Right,
nothing like that.
yeah.
So, moving along, man. Cold weather tournaments.
Cold weather.
Cold weather tournaments. Right now is the time of the trout, right? Everybody's wanting those
It
those
is.
big trout.
It's corky time.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
There's a new lure coming out from JRZ. JRZ Lures got this lure called Blades. I want to say it's their version. I might be wrong, right? I might just be making all this stuff up. But there's this new version called Blades. Suspending bait, hard plastic bait. It's almost like like a Corky XL, but in a hard plastic. You know, those Corky XLs, man, if you get enough trout bites, if you get in a good trout bite, right? Morning trout bite, afternoon bite, they don't last long.
No,
You know?
it'll tear them up.
But there is a couple hard baits. Mirror makes a couple of them for trout fishing that last. You know what I mean? But the XL, that's my favorite. When we say Corky fishing, I'm talking most of the time, about 92% of the time, I'm talking about a soft dine XL.
Yeah.
That's my go-to, right? The Corky's okay. I like the floater. What's your favorite?
I'm a fat boy guy.
But the floater
Yeah.
or the
well,
cedar?
it depends on what depth water I'm fishing.
Right,
I've got them all.
right. Man, that's another thing, man. You cannot buy just one,
Can't have enough lures.
right? At one point, I was buying all of them. Which one was I buying? All of them, right? What color is your favorite? All of them.
I almost hate to admit this, but I replaced hooks on 43 Corkies last weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just getting ready.
Those are the ones I had to replace hooks
You know, what do you do to the Corkies to get them? Do you just replace the hooks?
No,
Or do
actually,
you put the whole,
so they
like
get
in a solution
they
or
get
something?
stained from the you know,
Right.
from the rusty hooks and that kind of stuff. So I soak them in CLR and soak them in CLR. Take the
CLR?
hooks, yeah, take the hooks off of them. I soak them in CLR and just take a brush and scrub them off. It takes the
Oh,
rust
wow.
right off them. I leave them in overnight and then replace the hooks on them.
That doesn't detach the plastic from the metal on the
No,
inside or
not
anything
at
like that?
all.
Man, I need to try that.
Yeah.
I was
don't
going to
put
look
straight
something
out,
up.
It's probably about 30% CLR and 70% water
Okay.
and soak them.
I've read some stuff about Dawn soap and all that stuff, but I don't want my wife to get all pissed off of me for using Dawn soap. So CLR.
Yeah.
You got to take the hooks off? Just leave the
I
hooks
do,
on?
just, because I'm going to put new hooks on them anyway, because if you don't, if they're rusty hooks, right?
My battery is running low. Something is unplugged.
Something's unplugged.
Something's unplugged here. It's probably on my other end here. Yeah, it is. Let's keep going. All right, I'll plug it in here in a bit. Let's talk about some current events. It's a big deal, man. It's a big deal. What happened? Somebody tell me where it happened at. I'm not really too sure where the whole weights on the putting the weights inside the fish,
Lead weights inside the
and
walleye,
all that stuff happened
in a walleye tournament.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Who does that?
It's crazy.
That's a pretty big deal.
You have to be pretty low, my opinion.
I'm gonna present two questions for you. The first one, and while you're answering this, I'm gonna go look for that plug because I don't want to lose connection here, guys. Right? I want to keep going here. We got three more entry fees to get waived here. What happens if somebody rolls up to a Laguna Madre fishing tournament with weights in their fish? What's your next move? While I look for this.
Well, luckily enough, we are fortunate enough to have a polygrapher there that happens to work for the local law enforcement. And I do believe we would have to get them involved and let them handle the situation because it is against the law. There's a lot of money up at stake on these tournaments, and it can become a federal offense depending on the dollar figure. When you're giving a boat away, it's going to be a federal offense.
And there'll be a lot of pissed off people.
A lot of people very mad. I'm sure
there was a lot of pissed off people there.
Yes. They actually told them to leave, I believe, because they felt for their safety.
Oh, really?
And I don't know if you've noticed, this is South Texas. You probably don't want to do that at a tournament and get caught by a bunch of anglers that fished against you and paid an entry fee. And, you probably don't want to get caught.
Over years and years.
Over years and years. They actually, I believe, were Team of the Year the previous year, weren't they?
Because it was happening for quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
There was at one point where the guys were up there and they just said their weight. They didn't. Nobody was feeling the fish or anything like that. They just said the weight, and somebody in the background was like, "No way."
Yeah, I believe they were like 4 or 5 pound fish that were weighing like 8 pounds. I mean, if you're an angler, you can look at a fish and go, "Okay, that probably weighs around this, right?"
Yeah.
And I believe all the anglers were looking in dismay when they were weighing their fish in at the weights that they were putting up on the board. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had anything like that happen at one of your tournaments?
Luckily enough, we have not.
Because it happens. Right?
It hasn't. I know of tournaments where it has happened in the past, but we polygraph every place that pays, and I've been fortunate enough not to have that happen.
Right.
And quite honestly, maybe I'm naive, but I think that the fishing community and the anglers that we have in this community are really stand-up people. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that we'll have a big issue with that. But as a safety line, I guess you could say, we do polygraph anybody that places for money.
Right.
So
that's to keep everybody straight. Man.
It is. You have to. You have to do something, and what else can you do, right? That's it.
There were also talks about them guys being sponsored and stuff. A lot of us tournament anglers, we get up there and Mr. Wilson will come tell me, "Hey, guess what, man? You're on the podium this tournament, and we have our starched tournament jerseys and stuff." And those guys had tournament jerseys as well, but somehow those sponsors on the tournament jerseys weren't real sponsors of the team.
Really?
Or maybe they backed out, last second. Hey, guess what? We don't want affiliation with this team, or what happened. They backed out. But what was being said was that those logos on their jerseys weren't actual sponsored logos.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I heard something
'Cause
about
they
it.
had some pretty big names on their jerseys.
Yeah, because nowadays, man, you could put anybody on there. I've
Yeah.
seen jerseys with 2 different companies that do the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? Nothing against it, right?
No.
It's like what you said earlier. You know, I've never thought about it like that, to where bringing in everybody.
Bring in everybody.
Yeah.
You know, the reality of it is your sponsored anglers are going to fish with the products they're sponsored with, right? But we do a lot of tournaments where we don't have sponsored anglers.
Right.
You know, we've got just the everyday Joe that goes out
Yeah.
and fishes and wants to join the tournament and, you know, be part of it. And it's good for them to see everybody's product because, I mean, everybody has their preference. When you're paying for it, your preference is a little different than it is when you're sponsored by them, right?
Yeah. You know, when I started, it's always been frowned upon to have cross representation. You know, of course a company's not going to want cross representation. You're not going to want to have 2 companies that provide the same service on a jersey, that the single company would be like, okay, yeah, you know, that's cool. You know what I mean? You know, if they don't have a choice, then yeah, right? But I've always was told that cross representation was bad. You know what I mean?
And that's been a belief for a long time. You and I had this conversation earlier. I had somebody that's pretty successful in the boating world, when I got into the tournament scene, asked me if I would do nothing but allow cross representation.
Right.
They actually do that in the freshwater world, and they have for years. You'll have several different boat manufacturers or rod companies or motor companies sponsor the same series, and it's actually healthy. It really is. No different than tournament companies working together rather than not working together.
Right.
You just
I wonder if that
feed
plays
off
the
each other.
same. If it plays the same as an angler, from a tournament to an angler, right? That's what he does. He creates content. You know, he's creating content for 2 companies that do the same thing now. Hey, well, which one do you use? I get it on a
Right.
tournament, right? That you're trying to get as much funds as possible to provide the
Sure.
anglers that win,
Right.
right? But as the angler, you know, it will, you know, I want to do what you do, man. You know, I want to go by what's working for you.
Exactly.
Which one is it?
You know,
You know?
And think about this for a minute. So, how many anglers use the exact same lure every time they fish?
Oh, they don't.
Right?
Yeah.
And the companies know that.
Right.
They'd have to be blind not to.
Yeah.
Right? So, I don't see how it couldn't be healthy for any company to be sponsoring a professional angler that is good at what he does and represents their company in a positive fashion.
Yeah.
You know, as long as they're given the same amount of representation to both companies and positively representing the company and showing the quality of the product to the people out there that are following them, I think it would be healthy for both companies, actually.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of like we talked about, seeing the forest instead of the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be changing the culture.
We need to.
That's exactly what needs to happen, man. You know what needs to happen is pro staffs and sponsorships just need to go away. And you just fish with what you want to fish.
There are people that do that.
Facebook,
Yeah.
and I hope Facebook's not watching, but Facebook just needs to go away. Like, how much better would it be if media, I mean, when you started fishing,
Right.
Not that
We
it was,
didn't have social media.
not that it was a long time ago, right?
We didn't even have
But-
cell phones.
Yeah, exactly, man. How much better was it? You could go to the ramp and just make up any story you want
Do
to.
your thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because nobody's gonna be expecting a picture later.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I caught a 30-inch trout. Oh, if you caught a 30-inch trout, you're gonna be posting it here
Yep.
here in a couple minutes once you get back to the house. You know, once you get your SD card.
I like
into
the ones that scribble the background out.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You're going to paint a rainbow in the background and scratch out the Super S logo and stuff, right? That would, I don't know. I like this game we play. I call it a game, right? The social media game, you know,
Right.
representing these companies that back you.
No, that's
right?
yeah. If they back you, you definitely need to represent them.
But when Facebook, Instagram, TikToker, Snapchatter, am I missing any?
Don't know. There may be more out there.
Who else am I
I
missing?
think you pretty much got all the big ones.
Right, all the good ones at least, right? I know there was one that was happening when I guarantee I'm gonna get kicked off of Facebook for this. When all of the information was getting leaked on Facebook, and you know, you're spying on me and all that stuff, and they created another one, and
Oh, yeah.
I forget what it was called, but everybody was dying. It never amounted to anything. But if that was
MySpace.
gone, right?
MySpace, isn't that one of them?
Yeah, MySpace is one
Or
of them
was.
for sure. Yeah, was one of them. Yeah, MySpace. You know, you can get all your own background and stuff. Add your own music and
Yeah.
stuff. You can't do that with Facebook. Right?
No, you post anything with Facebook with music, and you have to.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I want to put a badass cumbia song.
Yeah.
You know, I want to hear some Selena in
You
the
have to give
background
them
of.
band props.
Yeah, when you pull up my Facebook page, I want to hear some Selena in the background, man. I want you to feel like you're at a good old-fashioned Mexican barbecue.
Yeah, I
when you
forget to
open
do
up
that
my
all the
web,
time.
when you open up my page. You know what I mean?
I forget to do that all the time. When we're having the live events at the tournaments. You have to say, "I don't own the rights to this music," or they will. Blast
you'll get in trouble.
Oh yeah, they'll blast
Yeah.
the video off.
Unless you have your own music.
Yeah.
But how do they know what's your own music and what's not your own music? Moving along, man, right? All right, here we go. We conclude our segment that I created called Koozie Talk
Koozie talk.
on our current events. How do you prevent, our next question, we kind of discussed that a while ago. How do you prevent cheaters? Polygraph, right?
It's really all you can do. I mean, you know, you put the rules in place. You go over them to captain's meeting. They're in print form. They're on the website. And honestly, the only thing you really can do is polygraph.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
I've
not
always
much
wanted
else
like
you
a
can do.
detailed, they're never detailed enough. Within sight. That's a big one. You know,
Yeah.
stay within, maybe not in the boater world where you cannot leave your boat, but like on a kayak series or something, you know, when you have a 4-man team, within sight is a rule that always comes up. You know, what is within sight? You know?
You know, within sight, in my opinion, is being able to see the other angler and tell who they are and, you know, what they're doing. I mean, you can get a long way down on the bay and from somebody and still be able to see them.
Yeah, if a spoil island gets in your way, but if the spoil island wasn't there, he'd be there.
I would think that distance limitations would be the way to do that.
Right.
You know, 150 yards.
Yeah.
You know, from any
And
other
you know,
angler.
you never see that. Well, you do, right? In some tournaments, you'll get like 100 yards. And for the boater guys that are watching, right, I'm bringing all this based off my kayak history, right? The kayak events that I fish, right? That's my side of the realm.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wish they would be a little bit more detailed to where, dude, it says right here, man. You know, you messed up. You just had to read. You know what I mean? We don't need the polygraphist, right? You messed up just by not reading the rules, right?
It's amazing to me how many people will literally text you or instant message you the morning of the tournament asking you questions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
They've been on a website for months.
Yeah.
Or, you know, we'd have a captain's meeting and,
Yeah.
you know.
The worst ones are with weather. You know, when the weather's bad and they don't cancel the tournament and
Right.
you're on your phone, man, when is Mr. Wilson going to cancel this thing? You know, there's lightning, you know, but I'm fishing way over here, because they're spread out.
Sure.
It's not a shotgun event. You know what I mean?
They're getting more spread out now with the catch commander involved and not having to leave from a certain location and being able to leave from anywhere. And,
Right.
Weighing your fish in on a catch commander instead of having a live weigh in with the trout. So they're getting more spread out. We have people fishing. They'll go to Port Mansfield and rent a place and fish out of Port Mansfield for the weekend during a tournament.
Yeah, and it's perfect weather over there.
Yeah.
But
Totally
it's raining and lightning over here in Corpus.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what happens then?
It's at the tournament director's discretion. It's at the discretion of the tournament director. So, it's usually game on.
Really?
It's usually game on.
It was your decision to fish here.
Unless it's a numbered leave and we're all leaving from a particular location, which we do that in some of our tournaments. I have delayed takeoff times by up to a couple hours, but we'll lengthen the time that they have for weigh in, so they still get the same amount of fishing time. But we've had some tournaments, and one in particular in Port Aransas where it's pretty vicious.
Right.
It was vicious out that morning.
Really?
Yes.
Talking about the tournament rules and regulations, it's been some talk on the media podcasts that I watch, right? That everybody watches, When you bring in, man, we have 3 more of these things. I keep on looking down like, man, there's going to be some lucky winners out there, right? And one of them is the Saltwater Angler Roundup, guys. This could either win you a Jeep, a boat.
You don't know. Yeah, give something away.
Something big, something worth thousands of dollars is in my hands right now. Right? So it might just get lost down here, right? I'm just kidding. When you bring in, talking about the Saltwater Roundup, that's a boat event and a kayak event, right? I'm going to get a lot of pissed off directors after this comment. Do you bring your own set of rules to the kayak division and the boat division, or do you say, hey, guess what, everybody's on the boat division rules?
No, it's the same rules.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the same rules for both kayak and boat division. Matter of fact, it's not a leave from one marina. Everybody gets to fish at safe daylight. We announce the time, and everybody has lines in the water. So if you want to leave your location that you're putting your kayak in or boat in, whatever time you want to, you still can't put your line in the water till whatever time we say it is at the captain's meeting. So it's all by the same rules. Weigh-in time's the same. Everybody goes through the same weigh-in line. There's not 2 different weigh-in lines, one for kayak, one for boat. We use the same scales.
Everybody still has to bring in their fish live.
Yes, you do get a bonus for bringing in live fish. They don't necessarily have to be live, but you get a bonus for bringing in live fish.
You get like a half-pound penalty.
Right. So it kind of, if you think about it, it kind of evens it out because, yes, the boat guys are going to be able to bring their fish in live more likely because they have live wells, and the kayak guys may not be able to, but it's the same, right? So all the kayak guys probably aren't going to be able to. You know what I mean? And we're in 2 different divisions, so you're not actually fishing against the boat guys. You're fishing against the kayak guys.
Yeah. Your seasoned kayak tournament angler will have a live well.
Oh, yeah. They'll know how to keep it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. Of course, the boaters will have their live wells already.
Again, your seasoned boat
depending on what kind of boat you got.
Right. Your seasoned boat anglers are going to have they're going to have pro air in their live well and all that, and the other guys aren't. So
right. Yeah. So it boils down to it, and somebody put a question on there. There was a big deal about the whole. I like a tournament that's separate, right? And we talked about the whole camaraderie thing earlier about boaters and kayakers, and we're all hunting the same kind of fish, and something like that. But I would like it to be a team Wilson. These are your rules, right? These are the kayak rules. Don't go to the rules and regulation tab on the website, and those are rules for everybody. Right. I want my own set of rules that the tournament director said, okay, these are the kayak rules. I'm gonna get up with Ram. I'm gonna get up with this dude. I'm gonna get up with Matt down there. You know, Matt's a kayaker. I'm gonna get up with Todd Wilson.
Sure.
He's a kayaker. I'm gonna get up with him, and I'm gonna come up with some legitimate rules. That okay, Ram Garcia's got a question on kayaking for the saltwater roundup. Hey, we got a tab on the website that says kayak fishing rules and regulations.
That'd be easy enough to do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To
easy
where
enough
it's
to do.
not just, oh shit, well, I don't have a boat, man, and this rule is specifically on boat.
Right. 'Cause
What do
you
I
have
do?
Some rules that are specific.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
there's
Sure.
gray area there
Right.
that, and I say this for all the boat guys that are watching. You know, I say it because I'm a kayaker.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, and predominantly, some of the people are kayakers as well, right?
Right.
So that's something that we deal with almost every high-end tournament. The high-end tournaments are going to come with the boat guys involved.
Sure.
You know, it only makes sense because those are the dudes that have the most funding, right? Nothing against the small tournaments; those are cool too, right?
Right.
They just don't feed us as well, right? The checks don't weigh as much, but right, you don't get when the tournament director says, "Hey, guess what? Go and check the rules and regulations. They are on the website, guys." No, they're not on the website. Those are boat regulations,
Right.
and rules. You know what I mean? Where's ours?
Right.
Because we
You want
can't
specific
do,
regulations.
yeah,
for
we
each-
can't
for
do
each
what
division.
boat stuff
Right. I got
people do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of get my
You know, I guess it's been 2 months ago, we put a post on Laguna Madre Tournaments Facebook page that we wanted feedback from anglers that fish tournaments about tournament rules and regulations and things they'd like to see. So that kind of feedback for us is good. And we got some good feedback out of our questions from the anglers that fish our tournaments.
Mhm.
And we've actually made some changes for the 2023 tournament series based on the suggestions from the anglers that fish tournaments, which, you know, I don't know if anybody's done that before. Usually the tournament directors just put it out there, this is what
Right.
we're doing. But it's important to us that we get angler feedback so that we can make changes to make things better for the angler.
Yeah.
Because when it comes down to it, that's who it's about,
Yeah, for sure.
you know?
And most will be like, "Oh man, I don't like that. I'm not gonna fish it no more."
Right.
You know, and not just speak up. Right?
Instead of that, hey, shoot us a, instant message or whatever and say, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? You
in
know?
private,
Yeah, I mean, or if that was just a public Facebook post that we did.
because there's some
And-
directors that'll just call you out. I've never been one of them, but I've witnessed to where if you have a question, and I've heard the stories, if you have a question and you bring it up, it's like, dude, you don't know that? You know what I mean? What do you mean?
Yeah.
You got to bring in the fish live.
Right.
You're a kayaker,
Yeah.
dude. You know?
There's a right way and a wrong way to handle
Yeah.
everything, but our thing is we like the feedback
Right.
because that makes us grow. It's just like any business, right? If you're not getting feedback and taking constructive criticism, then what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're just doing it your way. Period.
Man, it sounds
either
like
like it
you're
or you don't.
making tournaments great again.
We're trying.
Yeah, you're doing a hell of a job. I got a question that came in. Chris Murphy says, "Can y'all do something besides first one to answer? There's a delay. LOL." So, I've had this problem since day one. There's some people that have fast internet, and there's some people that have slow internet, right? We go by my internet, right? I go by the first person that comments on my screen. But we accommodate to everybody here, Mr. Murphy. So we're going to give away another one. First person. And this is going to be the fourth person to comment the answer. Right? Man, now everybody's going to wait, right? Everybody might wait. I tell you what, we're gonna say it, and then we're gonna come up with a number. What year did Laguna Madre Tournaments start? Yeah, right. What year did they start? A little hint. Right. Should we give them a hint or no hint? Let's see. 2017? Is that one? Is that right?
That's right.
Oh, my God. All right, but you're not the winner yet because we let them.
Fourth person, right?
Fourth person. We'll
You
go
gotta
with the
answer
fourth
3 more
person.
times and you win.
Here you go. First person, fourth person. Pick one of these here.
I'm gonna take right off the top.
Right off the top.
Hooked Up Anglers Tournament.
Hooked Up Anglers Tournament. So it's 2017, right? We got 1 2017, 2, 3, and 4. Jen Vino.
Congratulations.
Jen Vino is going to the Hooked Up Anglers Tournament. That's 4 anglers per team, 1 day of fishing.
That's our first tournament for 2023.
You better be ready, Jen Vino. Let me get this. Let me make sure, man, because people are going to be pissed off. We got Jason Gutierrez, which was number 1. Ryan Aguirre, which is number 2. Zach Myers, which is number 3. Take it back. I made a mistake. I made a mistake, guys. I'm sorry. I go by what's on my screen, right? And this is it. Dustin Nichols. You are the winner. Jen Vino, I'm sorry. You know, it's my screen. I get all the comments so fast. I'm going to send you something else, though. Jen Vino, you're going to get a swag packer.
Nice.
Just because I messed up. I'm writing all this down. I'm sorry. Dustin Nichols, you are the winner, man, of the...
I tell you what, why
Hooked
don't
Up
we,
Angler.
let's also give Jen, and I'll get it to you, we'll give her a 1 angler free pass for the
There you go.
for the Hooked Up Anglers on top of that.
Jen Vino, you also won as well. You see how good of a tournament?
Life is good.
Life is good. The anglers are good. The car box are good. We're going to drink to Jen Vino.
To Jen Vino.
To Jen Vino, this one's for you.
Cheers.
All right, I got so many things I'm giving away today. I'm already lost. So Jen Vino, remember that. Also 1 angler award. We're going to send you a swag packer. We're going to send you a 1 angler entry fee. Remember, that is not a 4-man entry fee. That is 1 angler for the Hooked Up Anglers.
Free entry for Jen.
Free entry for Jen. If you want to fish it by yourself, you can.
Yeah.
Your other team would have to pay for entry, right? We've already been going for an hour and 12 minutes. We're going to give away one more entry fee for the guys that are on. Pick one of these. Anyone. Don't be
I'm peeking.
Don't be sneaking in there, man.
All right.
Here we go.
Close my eyes. Right off the top. Wow.
What do we got?
Do you know about this tournament?
No, tell us a little bit about it.
This is the Texas Ranger Saltwater Classic.
Uh-oh.
We did the first one last year.
Oh, really?
And this benefits the Texas Ranger Foundation and Texas Rangers.
Oh, cool.
It's a really cool event. A lot of the Rangers participate
Really?
in this event. So it's kind of neat to sit around with the Rangers.
Yeah.
They have some really cool items that they either auction off or give away, and I mean it's a phenomenal fundraiser, giving back to the Texas Rangers, which that's an awesome thing, the Texas Rangers, period, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a really neat event. Have live music, it's fun. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun. So this is a 4 angler free entry
4 angler.
for the Texas Rangers Saltwater Classic.
All of these guys are 4 angler tournaments, right?
Yes.
Some are kayaks, some are boats. If you're in a kayak, you better have a boat guy with you. You better have a boat friend, right? Or, somebody that's got a boat, right? To enter.
right.
Tell me, because I'm going to do something here. I'm going to do, you see this number right here?
Yes.
Don't say it.
Okay.
tell me where we are at. Where the hell are we at right now, guys? Is going to win. One of the person that tells me where we're at is going to win this 4-man entry. 4 angler per team, 1 day of fishing. We got 1 entry.
I'll give you a hint. We're at my favorite store in Corpus Christi.
There you go. Sierra, Nicole. Wait. Man, these are coming in so fast, man. Yeah. Sierra, Nicole, Aguirre.
We have a winner.
We have a winner. No, we don't. I messed up again. But Sierra, we're going to give it to you. I forgot about the number. We're going to give it to you anyways. Because here at Spool Life, we do whatever the hell we want, right? Here we go. You are the winner of a Texas Ranger Saltwater Classic Tournament. 4 anglers per team. 1 day of fishing. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I'm going to slide into y'all's DMs. I got to get these to y'all, right? Do not lose these, right? If you lose them, it'd be a pain in the butt to figure out if you actually won, right? So I need to get these to y'all. You need to present this to the tournament director or to whoever's sitting at the desk when you go and enter your team name and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Present them this, and your entry will be waived, right?
Yeah.
Worst comes to the worst, contact me. We'll review the footage, right?
There you go.
We'll make sure the person that's bringing, because somebody might make a copy of this. You never know, man. If they make a copy of this, can you imagine what they do with some redfish? They might put weights in them.
Weights in or something, some lead weights.
We're not done yet, guys. We got one more. We're going to do one more question. We got one more. This one is for the Saltwater Roundup Tournament, which you could win big. You could win a truck. You could win a car. You could win a boat. You could win a 4-wheeler. We don't know yet.
Could win dinner with Ram.
There you go. You could win
know.
dinner with the Spoiled Life live staff, right? You could win a Roy's gift card. We don't know what we're going to win, but it's going to be worth thousands, right?
Yeah.
For the Saltwater Roundup Tournament. Sierra Nicole, you're the winner. Slide into my DMs. I'm going to slide into all of y'all's DMs to make sure that this gets sent out to y'all. One more question, and we're going to give away that other one. 2023 is closing in. What can we expect out of Laguna Madre Tournament?
We're going to do a lot of benefits.
Right.
We're going to do a lot of benefit tournaments. And we've got some rule changes for 2023. We've kind of refined some of our redfish stuff. So looking forward to that. We're doing Freeport, Port O'Connor, Port Aransas, Corpus Christi. We've got tournaments all up and down the Gulf Coast. And, it's going to be a great year. Going to be a great year. We've got a lot of wonderful sponsors. And we've got a lot of wonderful anglers that come out and fish our tournaments.
A lot of new anglers.
A lot of new anglers, yes.
Every year it used to be where we used to see the same people over and over again fishing the tournaments we had. There wasn't many.
Yep.
And now the upcoming tournaments coming up, it's different anglers, different mindset, right?
Yes.
Media.
Yep.
Everybody wants to be something. You could be anybody you want on Facebook.
True.
You could be a sponsored angler on Facebook and not even be one.
It's true.
But all you got to do is show up
Yeah.
and fish. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
anybody can win.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can win. And, it's a lot of fun. The camaraderie with everybody hanging out, and, everybody has the same interest, right? Everybody's there because they love fishing, It's a good time. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I got my man Cole right in front of us. We have a fly fishing event. Hey, Cole, what day is it? December 8th. We'll have Roy's Bait and Tackles having another fly fishing event. I'll post a flyer on as we get near, right? For all the fly fishing dudes out there. You ever have a fly fishing tournament?
No, I never have. I actually have actually one of our sponsors, Aaron Salazar, is a big fly fisherman. I believe he's in New Braunfels or something right now, fishing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
That would be something, just a full-blown
would be.
fly fishing tournament.
Would be. Yeah, that would be interesting.
You'd have to raise the price, though,
Yes.
entry fee,
Yeah.
just to get the funding. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
for the fly.
Even if there was just 4 anglers,
Yeah.
it'd be like $1,000 entry fee. All right, we're gonna do this number. Remind me, man, because I told you everything I say, I'm gonna forget everything. Remember when I
Okay.
said that at the beginning?
All right. Don't
What
forget
is
the number.
Mr. Wilson's favorite bay? Favorite bay, guys. Tell me. Tell me right now. Mr. Wilson's favorite bay.
That's an easy one.
It's an easy one. Thank y'all so much for tuning in the show.
That's one.
That's one. That's 2. Oh, we're already here.
Damn.
Guys, I wrote down a number here. Let me make sure, because this thing, I think we have a winner. I'm not going to tell y'all. Nah, I'm just I want to thank Real Sportswear for keeping us cool, to making this show possible. Roy's Bait and Tackle. If you haven't cruised in for the Black Friday sale, guys, y'all missed out. You're going to have to pay full price for all your Christmas shopping. Right? We got the staff, we got the people here waiting to sell you something. And most of the stuff that I've seen is from 25 to 70% off that I saw just coming in through the store.
A lot of great items.
I want to say that even the kayaks are on sale, 15% off. I could be wrong. Am I wrong? Yo, 15% off kayaks. And everything else is 25 to 70% off. I want to thank all the fly staff. If y'all come in, we're right up the stairs, guys. If you cruise into Roy's, come in through the front, take a left, right past all the yak attack stuff, you know, maybe past all the gloves, right up the stairs, you'll see us. You'll see me and Todd just chilling out here, right?
Having a car bot.
Sarge Custom Rods. We wouldn't be able to do anything. We wouldn't even be able to catch fish without Sarge. I don't even think there's any. Is there any other rods than
I don't know.
Sarge Custom Rods? If there is, we got them all here at Roy's, guys. Cruise in and keeping us fresh. Carbach Brewery. Today, the headline beverage, Crawford Bock by Carbach. 4.5 alcohol by volume. 12 fluid ounces, 19 IBU. If that's not enough for you all, guys, I mean, I don't know what is. You know, if you're already sitting, chilling out at the house, the barbecue's on,
Yep.
your pellet grill's already up to temperature. You know, the brisket's sitting in there. You know, the side, you know, you got a bowl of queso going on right there with the chips all nice and toasty. I don't like the real crispy ones. I like make me a tortilla and then cut it up.
Cut it up.
Yeah, and then that's what I'll use for the chips, right? For the queso. That should be ready right now. In order for all that to be good, you got to be drinking Carbach, right? I might give away for to all the people that are drinking Carbach with us.
That'd be
Right.
a great.
That'd be for part 2,
Yeah, that'd be good.
right? Todd Wilson part 2. Right.
Let's do it.
Guys, the person that won, we wrote a number here. I'm not sure if y'all be able to see it, because I know somebody's going to tell me, man, you didn't write that. You know, you made that up. You know, that's one of your buddies or something. I wrote a big number 3 down there, if you could see it. I circled it. Arthur Toscano, you are the winner, man. You're the winner of the free entry to the Saltwater Roundup Tournament. That's 4 anglers per team, 1 day of fishing. I'm going to get this to y'all. Congratulations to all the winners of your entry fees. Thank you so much for the Laguna Madre Tournaments to make this happen.
Thank you for having us here.
I really appreciate it. Let me
We
put
enjoyed
this
it.
to the side here. I got another show, guys. We got a couple more before we put an end to 2022. And of course, we have our 2022 Reel Down show, where me and my special guest will go over all the shows. We drink a lot of Carbach. We give away a whole bunch of stuff.
Nice.
We go over all our guests that we've had for 2022, and we have a good time. Man. You know, it's gonna be probably the best show that I've had all year long.
Awesome.
You know, it's always the best ones when you give away a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right. Thank y'all so much. Am I missing something? What else we got? You know what? Name some of the tournaments we got coming up.
Oh boy,
Right off the bat.
Hooked Up Anglers. We've got the. We're actually doing a new one this year. It's called the Quad A tournament. It's for the base. They're actually raising money for scholarships. We're going to be out at the Midco Smackdown. They donate money to a bunch of children's hospitals. We've got the Rojo Classic, which is a pro redfish tournament in Port O'Connor. Of course, Texas Ranger Saltwater Classic, Saltwater Roundup, Mayak Owners Tournament. And then we've got the Redfish Chase Series and the Packery Bar Trout Fest this year. So
It's going to be a busy year.
Busy year. Got a lot going on.
It's going to be a busy year. Everybody asks what tournaments is coming up on the weekends. You know, I see the posts all the time. You don't even need to look for them. Just go follow. Who do we need to follow?
Come to Laguna Madre Tournaments or check out LagunaMadreTournaments.com.
Do you have an Instagram page?
You know, I'm an old guy.
Really?
Ram and
I could have told, man. You're every bit of at least 30, 35, around there.
I'm around 32.
There you go.
Know.
Right.
Add 20 to that, but but no, mainly Facebook.
Facebook, Laguna Madre Tournaments.
Laguna Madre Tournaments.
That's where you can find them. Cruise into their web pages. Give them a like. Give them a follow. And you might even win, man. I want to say that the Laguna Madre Tournaments is making tournaments great again.
Love it.
Right.
Love it.
That's good. And don't copy. Don't go try to
copyright that.
copy.
Can't copyright that?
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Don't go try to copy my sayings over here, man. I'm just kidding. The new flyer will be out here in a couple of days. If everything goes well, guys, it's going to be a busy December. We got shows lined up. I want to get it all packed in there. You know, I don't want to miss any. You know, everybody tells me, oh, man, you're going to waste. You're going to run out of people. You know, you're running out of people. You know, 2023 is going to be light. You know, no, it's not, right? I want to get it all in there so our reel down will be just epic, right? Like I said, guys, stick with us here. You know, everybody's like, man, I never win, man. You know, I never win anything. Austin Matthews is always winning everything, right? Guys, look at all the stuff we gave away today, right? And Austin Matthews didn't win one. Did he win?
No, he did, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did. We couldn't do a show without giving him something. We couldn't give a show without him going home without something, right? Nonetheless, next show will be out here in a couple of days. The flyer. Follow the show, share the show, like the show, and cruise into the show as well. You know, we got ice chests full of Carbach. You know, we got benches. It's almost like a football stadium here where you can just chill out. We got a couple people here watching the show live. Cruise into the show. That'd be something. It would be an accomplishment for you all to come into the show. I'll see y'all next time, guys. It's been a hell of a show. Thank you so much to Mr. Todd Wilson, to the rest of the Laguna Madre tournament staff. Y'all are doing a hell of a job and doing something good for the fishing community. Keep up the good work. We will see y'all, and I'm sure you will all have a lot more anglers see y'all here in the first of the year, right?
And thank you for having us on.
Man, I'm just a redfish, just cruising the bay over here, having a good time with it. We'll see y'all later, guys. Y'all take care. Be safe.
Tight lines.
Tight lines.